One more thing. I did see an interview with Anthony Blinken the other week where, like, he was like asked by Christine Amanpour, I think, like in some way to account for himself. And he was like, could you have not done more to bring this war like to a close or end it? He literally said, and this is the contempt that they have for you. This is the contempt that they have for humanity. He said, maybe the war would have ended sooner if all the protesters had just protested and asked Hamas to release the hostages and surrender. So it's like, I had to support I could have ended this genocide if it weren't for those college students.
Yeah. I mean, what do you even like?
Because I know on some level this shames them, and I know on some level, I know it seems like they're incapable of shame, and maybe they don't feel it about themselves personally, but they understand that if not shame, that it's a liability.
Right.
And that angers them, and they lash out at the people there's no person that they have more contempt for than someone with a moral compass who turns out to be right. There's no one they hate more than an idealist who is proven correct.
Yeah. I mean, I am kind of speechless at that. But it does show that he at least thinks it's a professional failure.
Yeah.
And that he's spent nights contemplating who he can lay the blame on. And in typical Blinken fashion, it's fucking idiotic. I mean, that is the thing that is lost with Blinken. It's not that he was so much a canny operator who acted cynically in line with his ideology. Blinken is a non-entity. He can fool you because he has the pedigree and the look of someone who is substantial.
And he plays the blues. He's a hoochie man.
I mean, if that did not... I don't know how that didn't cause congressional hearings.
Yeah,
if I was a senator, I would have gone, does anyone hear this? Does anyone see that? What the fuck is this? But that is also a tell that he did that. What's worse about him is that he's a vacant non-entity, just not even a striver, like the child of strivers who has just coasted through fucking life and arrived here now, and similar to a lot of people, was angry at the fact that the issue of Palestine was not a dead issue, that it was something he had to contend with. And just out of sheer passiveness, he did all of this.
I'm not so sure it's passivity, because I think if he does have a North Star or something approaching a moral center, it is the Zionist project for him and his family.
I don't like...
I mean, he was like this in college. He was writing op-eds in the Harvard Crimson like years ago about how stupid the people who support Palestine are.
Oh no, yeah, no. I think he's like a virulent racist, but I think it's more like anger that this was an issue he had to contend with. He thought he could negotiate like AUKUS type things that he could put on his ledger for the rest of his life. And yes, he is a Zionist, but I don't think. I think he was more annoyed that he had to show up to work than he was excited to exterminate people, though out of his just innate lifelong passivity. And by the way, writing
you're right. He's probably not happy that all these people got exterminated, but like he's more upset that he has to deal with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And him writing those op-eds in college, that is part of that's him doing the bare minimum. He did that because
he wanted to work for the State Department.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. He's someone who has done the bare minimum his entire life and continues to do so. And that is sort of like one of the most upsetting things about his tenure. That he could have you didn't have to come here to play the blues. You could have just done it on your own time.